I've had one, two small glimpses of how that might have been possible. Like I meditated for about a year with basically zero. I don't want to say results because it's the wrong word, but results basically. I noticed no benefit, hated every minute of it. And then I just remember one time I then got into the body scan meditations,
I still go through that
which
seven
yeah,
years later.
but like I started getting into body scan meditations, which I way preferred because instead
Yeah,
of like focus on your breath, it's like focus on your right toe, focus on your foot, focus on your ankle,
that's right.
and
Yeah.
it's like for me it was so much more accessible to do that. Like the first thing I ever did was focus on your heart, and then I suddenly was able to feel my heartbeat, and I was like,
Mm.
oh my god, and I was like, trying to slow it down and speed it up, and I don't know if I was, but then there was one time where it was saying focus on the right hemisphere of your brain. So it's like focusing on that, lying there, having that nice kind of like warm little fuzzy glow you get from the meditations, and then I just felt this like it was as if a switch just flipped, and the whole right hand side of my body just went woof, filled with energy, and it was
Mm.
like it was like someone just opened a tap of blood into that whole side of my body, and I was like, whoa! I was like, this is crazy, and I tried to do it loads of times after that, and it never happened again.
Dude, that happened to me. Same thing when it happened to me when, like in Buddhism, they talk about this. So, like in Vipassana, is the exact technique. You go through the sensations of your body. You go from top of your head and you go down. You just scan your body from up to toe, from head to toe. And what happens? You're supposed to be equanimous through all of that. So what happens is that
Equanimous.
equanimous.
What's that mean?
Equanimous is when you're like neither trying to get or trying to be attached to those like pleasurable things, or try to avert yourself from like trying to like evade certain like suffering feelings. You know, when like, I don't want this suffering, that's kind of like going, I don't want it. You know, or when you want something pleasurable like food or something, like, oh, this tastes good, sugar, like give me this. You know, so those are
Equanimous
like
is in the middle.
this is like in the middle, being equanimous.
So
Yeah,
you're just like
equipoised,
you're just
equanimous. Yeah,
kind of
just
allowing,
just
just
exactly, just
letting.
letting it be, allowing exactly in that state. And I remember like when I was meditating, I used to go through a lot of suffering, like you do, you know, and I still go through a lot of suffering, you know. And sometimes I just don't even want to meditate, or when I meditate, I'm thinking about getting out of there. I'm just, when am I going to leave? You know, so you're going through all these like, anxious, feelings, stress sometimes. Or if you go through a hard situation, you just feel angry or whatever. Or your pain hurts, or your body hurts, and you're suffering in that like physical form. So yeah, I remember one time something happened to me where I started feeling like just this wave of pleasure coming through my body. And I was like, oh, like this is it.
Yes.
I was like, yeah. And it's literally, I remember like the moment I thought about it, just thinking about, oh yes, I want this, it went and it just disappeared. And it was, I remember thinking to myself, like, I was not able to control it because even by the time I thought it, it was already gone.
Mm.
It was like, it was just too slow. It was like this before the thoughts even happened. I don't even know what that place is called. But it was before they even happened, it was just gone. It was like, it was impossible for me to. So you really have to be like equanimous through those situations, you know? Just try to be balanced as much as you can and stuff like that. So, but that's the meditative thing. But I really like the Ayurveda stuff.